Hi everyone. In this video, I'll be discussing about the service called Endpoint Management in the Citrix Cloud. So what exactly is Endpoint Management? Endpoint Management, it enables subscribers or users to use corporate or bring your own devices. Okay, so I'm going to do some deep dive about endpoint management in a minute. But if you want to subscribe to this particular service, first thing you need to do is you need to request for a demo. Once you request for a demo, somebody from Citrix will contact you and you can share the requirement with them. Once you share the requirement with them, they're going to assist you accordingly. Okay, let me open the PowerPoint presentation. So what exactly is endpoint management? Citrix Endpoint Management is a solution for managing endpoints, offering mobile device management and mobile application management capabilities. With endpoint management, you manage device and app policies and deliver apps to users. Your business information stays protected with strict security for identity, devices, apps, data, and networks. So over the last couple of years, people have been using a lot of mobile friendly devices. It could be iPhone or ipad or tablet or android devices. People want to access business applications through these mobile devices. So Citrix administrators or IT administrators have to come up with a solution that will fulfill the requirement of the end users. Let's say there is a business user. Let's say there is a CEO or CTO of a company, and this employee likes to travel on a train, and he likes to move from one country to other country. So all these business users need business applications on their phones or their any end user devices. Okay, they don't want to log into the desktop or laptop all the time. They want to have those applications on their mobile devices. So endpoint management will help the Citrix administrators or IT administrators to deliver those applications deliver those applications on the end user devices with a lot of security. All the organization's data will be staying safe and secure while you can deliver the applications to the end users. Okay, Cloud Connector and resource locations. You connect to endpoint management through Cloud Connector. Cloud Connector serves as a channel for communication between Citrix Cloud and your resource location. Cloud Connector enables cloud management without requiring any complex networking or infrastructure configuration such as VPN or IPsec tunnels. Okay, so if you want to connect to the endpoint management which is in Citrix Cloud, you need to go through Cloud Connector. So you need to install these servers. You need to install a couple of Cloud Connector servers in your resource location or your on-premise location, and you have your internal applications here, so that you can communicate. Users can connect to these applications through Cloud Connector to Citrix Cloud. So if you want to access endpoint management in the Citrix Cloud, you need to have your you need to have your applications in your resource location. It could be your on-premise data center or AWS cloud, Azure cloud, any other cloud, but they have to communicate through Cloud Connector. Okay, this is Citrix Cloud Connector. You need to have a couple of Cloud Connectors so that all these users can connect. See the devices here. All the users can connect through these applications, to these applications. All right, so let's go to the next slide. Okay, Citrix Endpoint Management is a unified endpoint management solution that brings every app and endpoint into one unified view to increase security and improves productivity. So Citrix Endpoint Management is very useful to improve security, and it will also improve productivity, because users can simply work on their mobile devices to get the work done. Let's say they want to send a confidential important email. So they simply log into the mobile phone, and you have a small container called Secure Hub, where you have all the Citrix applications like Secure Mail, Secure Web, all the Citrix applications which they want to use. Through those applications, they can simply send an email to anyone to get the work done. So it increases security and it improves productivity. Okay, let me go to the next slide. Endpoint management provides mobile device management and mobile application management. Okay, mobile device management features of endpoint management let you deploy device policies and applications. So you have two important components in endpoint management. One is mobile device management and the other one is mobile application management. So mobile device management, with the help of mobile device management, what you can do is you can deploy policies. You can deploy policies like let's say if a user is connecting from a very old firmware version. Let's say user is connecting from very old iOS version, so you can deploy a policy saying that no, I don't want this user to connect to the corporate environment. They don't want, we want to restrict access to these users who are connecting from older versions of these devices. So if you want to restrict Android users, if somebody is using older version of Android version, older versions of Android phones, you can restrict them through these policies. You can retrieve asset inventories, carry out actions on devices such as device wipe. This is one of the important features that we have. So let's say for example, so this user has been using you know uh, an iPhone, and user has been using corporate applications. User is sending emails and all these things. All of a sudden user's phone is stolen, maybe he's traveling and the phone is stolen. Now if it was a normal device, without, if it was a normal phone without endpoint management, if somebody steals the phone, they can actually see all the data. They can see all the data. If they get into the phone, they can see all the data through endpoint management. If endpoint management technology is implemented, what happens is, if the phone is stolen, or if the iPad is stolen, okay, when the endpoint management, if we have deployed the applications through endpoint management, in that case, from the backend, as a Citrix administrator, you can wipe all the data. You have options to selective wipe, you have an option to do complete wipe. So you have every option to get rid of the corporate data from those devices when the phone is stolen. So what happens is, when the phone is stolen, they'll call up and say, hey, help desk, I lost my phone in so and so location, can you please make sure that you take proper action. So help desk, what they do is they create a ticket and they send it to the Citrix administrators, and they would get rid of the data from these devices. Okay, let's go to the next point. MAM features of endpoint management let you secure apps and data on BYO mobile devices, deliver enterprise mobile application, lock apps and wipe their data. With a combination of MDM and MAM features, you can manage a corporate issue device by using MDM, deploy device policies, retrieve an asset inventory, wipe devices, deliver enterprise mobile apps, lock apps and wipe the data on devices. Like we have just discussed, we can deliver enterprise mobile applications, we can lock apps. If we want to lock some application for a particular user, we can lock the application, and if we want to wipe the data from the devices, we can also wipe the data. So we can configure different types of device policies to these end users who are working on these mobile devices. Okay, so wipe devices, deliver enterprise mobile apps. Let me go to the next slide. Okay, seems like it is done. All right, so yes, so let me go back to the first slide. Okay, so Citrix Endpoint Management is is one of the important services that we have in Citrix Cloud. If you get an opportunity to work on this, it is a very nice service. It used to be called Citrix Zen Mobile. When it started, it used to be called Citrix Zen Mobile, and then it changed the name to Citrix Endpoint Management. Now when they started this service in Citrix Cloud, they named it as Endpoint Management. Okay, so if you work on this service, you will be interacting with a lot of business users. You will be asked to deploy the applications. You will be working with the developers who will talk to you regularly and who will say, okay, I need assistance on deploying this business application. Can you please help to deploy the application? So you need to work with developers, and they will give the files to you, and you need to convert them to MDX file. It is called MDX file. So MDX file is a file which is read by Citrix component. So you need to take the files from developers, and you need to follow some process to create files to make it MDX file. Once the file is in MDX, you can publish these applications through Citrix. All right, so I really hope you find this information helpful. Thank you for watching. I will catch you in the next video. Bye.